What does greening the grid mean to you? If you had to define that.
It means that the country is finally getting around to the point it was at about 35 years ago, where we need to look at energy independence. We need to look at what's going on with carbon emissions. Now we understand that it's causing a terrible effect on the planet, and we need to look at alternative energy sources, and we need to integrate all that into how this whole country works and how we relate to the rest of the world. So it's really a very big issue.
And so what do you hope to get out of this conference?
Just knowledge and see where we're going. We're really interested in the wave energy off our coast in Oregon and how it's going to affect marine life, fishing grounds, and the waves themselves, which are natural resources that have a pretty significant economic impact on our area, which a lot of people don't realize, but waves bring tourism, and if we put in these wave energy platforms, we want to make sure it's done correctly and to see what the negative impacts are.
And is there a particular panel you're more interested in, or is there something in particular about the conference that you're most looking forward to?
I'm really interested in hearing people's thoughts on the hydro panel, just because that's a lot of what most of our power comes from hydro at Bonneville, other than the nuclear and a little bit of wind. So that's one of the ones that I'm looking forward to. And then the coal debate this afternoon sounds really interesting.
Why do you think a conference like this is important?
Oh, I think it's very important to get, well, we're talking about renewable energies and clean energies, and everyone has interested in their particular piece, whether it's nuclear or solar or wind. And it's nice to get everyone in a room where everyone can think about and listen to what everyone else is doing. And people are starting to recognize that there are some benefits to nuclear power, particularly when you talk about carbon emissions, that make it very attractive in this day and age. 70% of our nation's carbon-free electricity comes from nuclear power. If you want to talk about any kind of transformative changing of our energy sector, nuclear is really the only current technology we have that can do that.
And what are you hoping to get out of this conference?
Well, actually, I'm kind of excited about it because the reason I came here a long time ago was because of the law school here as the leader in environmental law. And the group that came with me back in the early 70s came for the same reason. And after I got here and we started working on these things, we realized, a number of us realized that energy really was the basis for a lot of things instead of currency, that everything could basically be reduced to energy consumptions and how it impacts the planet. It's a really interesting thing. It's too bad that we have to go through a tough transition, but we should have started on this a long time ago, and I think the public now internationally realizes that we have to.